This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch.
Andrew Moore-Crispin here at CTIA 2011. I have my hands on the Xperia Play. I'm pretty excited to see this one. I'm here with Stephen, who's going to tell us about this guy, including what some of the games we're going to be seeing, all that kind of stuff, all that very interesting and no doubt pertinent information.
Excellent.
Go ahead, man.
Well, Andrew, the first thing I want to do is close the device so we can pretend, first off, that it's a full-featured smartphone, which it decidedly is. So we want to establish that first, that somebody's not buying a toy, even though you have a fantastic gaming proposition. It runs on the latest version of the Android platform. So Gingerbread, Android 2.3 is coming fresh out of the oven into this device.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to have the fastest Wi-Fi capability, so you have 802.11 BG and N.
Okay.
So that's really, when you're thinking of the games, the large games, of being able to download, and also for multiplayer Wi-Fi gaming, that's an important consideration there as well.
Yes.
You have two cameras, a VGA front camera there for like video chat services, and then you have a 5 megapixel with an LED camera flash right there on the rear of the device. Now you probably notice right now in this camera shot you see that it has Verizon co-branding. That's really cool for us because we're going to be launching this first in the US at Verizon Wireless.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so we're very excited about that.
So really, I mean, on the surface, it is just a regular smartphone, right?
A full-fledged smartphone,
It's only
absolutely.
when you slide it open that you know that there's a fun side to it, too.
You know what we say is we say it has everything that you need in a smartphone, then the one thing you really want.
Right.
Which is, when you slide it open, you see, oh, I've got it upside down. You see a genuine gaming controller. And when you open it up, it's going to show you the titles that are optimized for the device that are stored in the memory of the device already. They're preloaded or ones that you download. If they are titles for the Xperia Play, for this PlayStation certified device, you're going to see them show up here in the Xperia Play game launcher. So here's just some of the titles that are coming to the Verizon product, and you'll see similar titles. A lot of these titles you'll see them in other markets, other carriers. But the important thing is that you're going to get great titles, broad genres, right out of the gate, right in the device. But then you're going to get a catalog of games available for download, of games that are again optimized for the first PlayStation certified device in the world.
Very nice. So we can still download games from the Android market, though, right?
Yes.
Just a regular Android game.
Oh, sure.
Now, so how does the developer actually go about using the D-pad and the buttons here? Like, do they have to? They must have to do something.
They have a lot of resources available to them. First off, straight from Google, you have the Android SDK.
Oh, so just with the regular the Android SDK, we can actually start using the direction pad.
For writing to all of the keys here, with the exception of the analog touchpad, they would then go and use the Android NDK, the native development kit, to access that functionality. But in addition to that, we have partners with some really great middleware partners for developers, and the end result to the person purchasing this phone, it means there's going to be more titles available. We've partnered with Unity and Havoc, and it may not mean something to somebody who's not a developer, but developers know who these guys are, and Unity and Havoc gives them these tool chains, vast resources to port easily and develop games to this specific device.
That really is a key thing. Porting meaning basically taking it from one platform and onto another.
Yes.
I mean, the easier you can make that for people, it's like they did all the work already. You make it easy for them to bring it on here, and all of a sudden that you have this library of games that just really can't be beat.
Exactly. And so not only are we partnering with these middleware providers, but also with major gaming publishers like Electronic Arts and Gameloft and Glue, etc. Yeah, the big ones. But then these tool chains and all these resources, even for the smaller developers, makes it easily accessible for them. The fact that Android is wide open for development makes it really cool to see, well, what's going to be the surprises that are going to come up from lesser known entities, as well as these compelling famous titles and big publishers that we're going to see for the device.
There's always some exciting stuff happening in indie games. They always innovate and they always kind of think up new things that maybe a bigger house might not.
Sure thing.
All right, so do you know when we're going to be able to get it and how much we're going to have to pay when we do?
Well, you're going to see it in Q2. For the Verizon product, we're probably going to see it mid-April to early May, and rolling out to other carriers around the world as well. This is a CDMA version. There's also a GSM version of the product. So addressing
pretty well covered.
Yeah, addressing impressing the whole world, essentially.
And so we don't know a price yet then? We're still waiting for carriers to say?
We haven't had exact pricing announced. We expect it to be in a premium tier, but that's the privilege of the carriers to say what they're going to be pricing the product at, so we're waiting for that.
Very cool. We'll look forward to this one. So where do we go for more information on the Xperia Play and all the other great phones that Sony Ericsson makes?
You can go to SonyEricsson.com, you can go to our YouTube channel, or you can follow us on Facebook.
Very cool. And for links, all that stuff, pricing where available, hit up the show notes at butterscotch.com. Stephen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch.